Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for The Crow.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
Now, the original Crow movie was released 30 years ago and it became a cult classic, as we all know. For me, I don't really hold any sort of connection to the original film. I think it's perfectly fine. It's enjoyable as it is. Obviously, like I said, we all know it's a cult classic at this point, but for me, it's always been more about the tragic loss of Brandon Lee than actually the quality of the film in itself. I think the story beats are fine. I think the potential has always been there for The Crow. It's just never really had that full realization, and we probably would have got more if Brandon Lee had still been with us, but that's a different story in and of itself. This film, however, the new Crow, this remake, this reimagining as they're calling it, okay, has been in development for over 15 bloody years. If you can imagine that. There's been so many people attached to this film over the years. It's quite bizarre. It's quite extreme. And this film apparently goes back to sort of like the comic trappings. And I don't know much about the comic, to be quite honest with you. All I can tell you is that this is the same story of Eric and Shelley. They're murdered in the comic book. They're murdered by a street gang, and Eric is resurrected by a crow. And it is fury and his absolute rage and pure unadulterated grief. He seeks ultimate justice and vengeance and just massacres fucking everyone. In this film, we get the exact same fucking thing. Eric and Shelley, again played by Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs. I have no idea who that is. What are these names? Cool, fair enough, whatever. I'm just completely not with the kids, it must be said. But the problem with this film, fundamentally overall, we have that basic story, which is enough for the film. It was enough in the original Crow, it should be enough in this film, but for whatever reason, we are overburdened in this film by a fucking stupid side plot involving some kind of demonic fucking system where this evil person called Vincent, played by Danny Huston, who's we've seen him play this kind of role before, and unfortunately it's just very much the same as we've seen before. He can do so much better, and yet it's quite bland and plain. And in this role, Vincent, this gatherer of souls, as it is, innocent souls, who's been on the earth for hundreds of years, apparently, is doing this. He's claiming souls for what we have to believe must be Satan.
Are you serious?
Well, I mean, we have to believe it's Satan because there's no other fucking rhyme or reason for why he's doing this. We're given literally nothing in this film as to why any of this is fucking happening.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
It boggles the mind. You're thrusting in a complete side plot in amongst this grief and this chaos, and it's all melding into the main primary plot in itself, and it's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. Oh, man, immediately I was completely lost with the film because I was like, oh really, why are we doing a story like fucking this? Why can't you just have it so fucking easy to do this film? But the problem here is, with that plot, it fucking blasts the basic premises of storytelling out of the fucking water completely and just destroys them. It fucking nukes them from orbit. The storytelling in this film is absolutely fucking garbage. It really is. We're introduced to Eric before the credits even roll in this film, and all we get of him and his despair and his issues is this pre-credit sequence where he's crying over a dying horse. Okay, that is all we're ever given of why he is an adult in a rehab center and is fundamentally emotionally fucking broken. We get nothing else. We get no rhyme or reason for his troubles, for his struggles, nothing that would inform the character. They could have removed all this bollocks with this demon plot thing, had simple, plain gangsters, and focused on his life and how he comes to this place where he finds this woman called Shelley, falls madly in love with her. And then it all goes wrong, and then you get this impetus because he's lost everything already. He gains something back, only to lose it again. But no, we don't get any fucking story beats. We don't get any fucking character depth with him at all. We just have to go with his horse died and his mum was fast asleep at the time, probably on drugs. But again, we don't fucking know. And that's it. That's why he's emotionally broken in a rehab centre. Okay, superb, brilliant. And as soon as Shelley appears, that's it. He's perfectly fine again. They fucking escape, they go on a merry jaunt and have loads of rampant sex and drink in a hotel room and then go off on a merry journey somewhere else. And it's so fucking bland. It's so plain and basic, and yet there's no depth to anything that's going on. The dialogue is wet. It's absolutely wet. It offers nothing. We're supposed to be we're told in this film that this love is pure. It's absolutely pure. They've been together for several days. It's like the Titanic effect again. They've been together for what, a few days at best, and this is it. This is what, this is what he's given immortality for.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit. You said so. It's all bullshit.
Oh, I don't fucking buy it at all. I don't buy it for one fucking moment, because we're not given the depth in the writing or the characters. I know it's supposed to be an action movie, but for fuck's sake, you have to give me something with the characters, especially if you're bringing him back to life because of love. You have to give me some fucking weight. We had weight with the Brandon Lee version, alright, I mean, it's corny as fuck, I'll give you that, but we had some weight there. We felt it. We feel nothing here. We feel absolutely nothing here. And yes, okay, this film has some elements of a gothic flair to it, but nothing on the level and the grandiose scope that we had in that Crow movie, which had no right to have that aesthetic to it. Here, it's just a city in the dark all the fucking time. Oh, we'll do night shoots. All right, okay. Yeah, everybody's wearing black. All right, okay. And there's no visual flair whatsoever to it, and they clearly realise that, because everyone's wearing fucking black apart from when they're in the fucking rehab centre. So they went, oh, make everyone wear pink because it'll add some shades to it, I guess.
Bullshit.
Get fucked. What a piece of shit. And the unfortunate problem is as well that the film is so drab right the way through. It's dull. It's not moody in the sense that, oh wow, this is intense. It's moody for the sake of being moody. It's so drab, it dribbles along up until the action slowly starts to kick in, and we get a few decent scenes of action. But like I said, there is nothing that is given, the oomph from what we've had in the initial first half of the fucking movie. And when we get to the final half an hour of the film where things really fucking go chaotic, it feels derivative of other better films out there that have done the exact same fucking thing, like John Wick. It's such a fucking waste. It's an absolute waste. And I'd say a missed opportunity, but my God, how long has it taken to do this fucking film, to get this off the ground, and you settle for this? Oh man. Stupid, pointless, rubbish, absolute rubbish. I'd argue that it's a waste of talent, but I can't be bothered talking any further about it, to be quite honest. The action towards the end is gory as fuck, I'll give you that, but it feels cheap, and it feels unearned, really. It really does. We're not shown any sort of creativity or any sort of flair to it. Brandon Lee, when he's doing all this murder and this revenge, there's that smirk, there's that wry smile of knowing, of utilizing that power. Here it's just dour, and he takes ages putting his fucking eyeliner on. Give me a fucking break. My word. But there you go. I'm not going to talk any further about this film because it's tedious. It's 70 minutes of absolute dribble, waffle, and then we get blood-soaked gore, and it's just bland and plain and obvious and rubbish. Absolute rubbish. And unfortunately for me, this is not The Crow. This is just a big, wet, useless goose just floundering in the fucking pond somewhere. Waste of my time. An absolute waste of my time. I need this beer. And I'm done. This film is an awful mess of a film. I cannot recommend it in any way, shape or form, and I'm struggling to find any sort of positives, to be quite honest with you, beyond the gory chaos of the last half an hour. And for that reason, I'm going to have to give this, I think, my word. This is why I might do away with scoring, to be honest with you. In fact, no, I'm not going to give it a score. No, I am. I'm going to give it... I don't know what to do. No, I'm not going to give it a score. I think Angry Andy's evolving away from the scores, and it's films like this that really sort of do that for me. I just cannot recommend this film whatsoever. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you a big fan of the original Crow movie? What did you think of this one? My word. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.